Tonight's talk with Johannes Fischer, live from Prague, and myself, Arne Kähler. Hello, everybody. Johannes, how was it feeling? It's the last day in Prague. How was Prague? Tell us a little bit.
Prague was nice, fine, and if I'm allowed to make a little stupid pun,
Please.
spring. It was spring in Prague, so we had the springtime in Prague, and of course I'm not here to enjoy the weather, although I enjoy the weather. But I'm here to follow and to observe the chess tournament, the chess festival in Prague, and this was exciting again. There were the two big tournaments, the Challengers and the Masters tournament. There was also an Open, the Karel Janeček Open, and a lot of side events. We had a Bachhaus tournament, a freestyle, or if you want, a chess 960 tournament. We had we had rapid tournaments, blitz tournament, and a pair blitz tournament. So something for everyone.
Did you play some chess yourself?
I did, together with my colleague from Chess Base India, Shahid Ahmed. I started in the pair blitz tournament, and we finished sixth. And to my utter joy, I won a pack of coffee, which is just
Congratulations.
which made me inordinately happy.
I can imagine. That is great. Well done. Well
Yeah,
done
right.
for your expertise. Now, I think
Yeah.
nothing else can happen anymore.
No, I mean, just everything.
Did you make any blunders?
During the blitz,
Yeah.
yeah, more than I care to remember. It was just
Talking about blunders.
talking about blunders. Yeah, you presented or you
No.
picked a position.
Oh, shall I? Okay, it's time for
yeah.
our first position. Everybody check this out.
So
So what is this?
this is a position from the game Stern against Lundqvist that was played in Australia 1983. And this position came to my mind when I had breakfast with Shahid Ahmed, my colleague of the Pablitz tournament. And we were talking about blunders and embarrassments, and this came to my mind.
Who is
Because
Shahid, quickly, just for us?
Shahid is an editor of Chess Base India,
Thank you.
and he writes reports about the tournament for Chess Base India. And well, we met, and we basically we always meet at breakfast and having coffees and sharing stories and so on and so on. And so we talked about blunders and embarrassments, and this came to my mind because this is from a satirical magazine called Not the British Chess Magazine, and this magazine was published only once.
Okay.
And it is fun, light-hearted satire. And they had a Blunder of the Year competition, and this is the winner. So, and it's black to move, and black, which is not correct, offered a draw before he played his move. This is not correct. So now you are white, and would you accept the draw or not?
Wow.
I know this meets you unprepared, but
Well, I'm looking at D7 and it looks very good. I won't accept the draw.
No, it's black's move. It's black's move.
Oh, it's black's move, and black is offering the draw. Oh, here we go.
Which
Okay.
is a breach of the rule. Usually you make your move and then you
Well,
offer a draw. You're not allowed to
First,
offer
I
a
would call the arbiter. No, but seriously, okay, it's black to move, and he was offering a draw. Would I take it? Yeah, well, now I am just so precautious of it's the blunder of the century, probably, and if this situation ever occurs and I have this knowledge that something is a bit fishy, I won't accept the draw. No.
You won't accept the draw.
No.
Okay, anyway, white was correct and he said make a move first.
Aha.
And that's what black did. Black played the move, maybe the viewers guessed it already. He played queen takes b2 check.
Oh.
And this is the move he apparently missed when he offered a draw. And so What did White do?
Oh no. And now
Yeah,
White accepted, right?
that's what White should have done. White should have said, okay, Queen B2, I agree to a draw. That's a strong move. But instead of accepting the draw, White was so shocked that he immediately resigned and lost the game.
Wow. I like this story.
Yeah, so that was the blunder of the year.
Oh, real story, true story.
Yeah, true story. Yeah,
So, back to Prague. You were
back to
talking
Prague.
about blunders, but now there was blunders in Prague too. But let's talk about the current situation maybe right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Because as a matter of fact, while we're recording, the people are playing. It's the
yeah
last round.
the last tournament, the last round of the tournament of the challenges at the Masters started about an hour ago,
Yeah.
and well, there are three players who can win the tournament, who can win the Masters. I think Aravindh Chitambaram is in first place,
Mhm.
half a point ahead of Prag Nandahar, who again is half a point ahead of Vaiyi.
Who would have thought that YE would come back so strong after the first two games? Is
Well, after the first three games, he started with 1.5. No, he started with a half point from the
half a
first three
point,
games.
yeah.
Half a point,
But he
yeah.
lost the did he lose the first
He
two? No, he lost.
no,
Okay. Yeah,
he
it
lost the
was,
first, then drew, and then lost again.
and he lost against Kaima and Aravind, as a matter of fact.
Yeah,
So yeah.
exactly. But then he came back, and
Yeah.
after his win against Taidai Vanugen yesterday, he has theoretical chances to win the tournament if Aravind loses, if Prague draws, and if Vaiyi wins, then we have a three-way tie, and it's going to be a tiebreak, a playoff.
Yes. So
But it's, yeah,
our predictions were far off almost. I
well,
mean, you said Prague. You said Prague, right?
I said Prague, you said
Can
Kaima, and
happen.
we
I
had
said
also
Kaima.
Vaiyi. Yeah,
I had high hopes
but
after the first round.
yeah, but okay, Aravind was the big surprise, Aravind was.
Absolutely. So did you meet Aravind a bit yourself? Because of course he's the talk of the moment right now. Many people are having interviews with him and revealing some stories. Have you caught up
No,
some
no, I haven't.
stories?
I saw him,
Hmm.
but people talk about him, and because I knew the name, and I knew that he as a junior he was said to be one of the biggest, greatest Indian talents. In 2013, he won the Chennai Open, and this was a big sensation. I don't know, I think he was 50s or something on the seeding list, and he had an ELO performance of, I think, more than 2,700, and he made his first GM norm, and he didn't have, back then he didn't even have a single IM norm.
Hmm.
And also he won when he was 12 years old, he won the Indian Junior Championship under 19s.
But
But then,
what happened?
well, it's unclear what happened, but then he seemed to, I mean, he rose, he had 2,600, but then there was a large
Stagnation.
time where a stagnation, where he didn't make any progress, and he he indicated in the live commentary that at that time he was not very professional, whatever that means. But again, I mean, maybe his surroundings were not ideal. His father died when he was 3 years old, and he was raised by a single mother, and probably this mother could not support him as much as she might have wanted, and so this might have stalled his career.
But do you also know how he got out of this? Because it was quite fascinating. I mean, nobody really had him on the list in the last couple of years until last year.
Yeah, and I checked this out. I mean, I looked at his rating
Yeah.
progress. In April 2023, he had a rating of 2607. And I mean, in March 2020, he was 2641. So basically, he dropped some points.
Yeah.
But then again, in July 2024, he had 2703. So basically, almost 100 points in a bit over a year. And now he's on the live rating list. He has 2744 and is the number 14th. So maybe he will drop if he loses today, and he will gain some points if he wins today. But this is amazing.
It
And now
is.
he is officially one of the world's best players.
That's how stories are made.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
and well, he plays in the last round. He plays with black against Edi Skurel,
Mhm.
and probably a draw is enough because it's hard to believe that Prag Nandaha will win with black against Anish Giri.
That is very hard to believe.
But however, I mean, uh, Aravind won with black against Kiri, and this is the game of the tournament, and he played one of the most amazing moves.
Black to move, and it's white is Aravindh, right?
No,
Ah,
white is Kiri and black is Aravind,
okay.
and it's not a blunder contest. But what did black play in this position?
What did black play? I do not know. For you at home, if you want to think for yourself, what would be a move that black played here? Looks to me as if taking on g4 could be potentially interesting, maybe after h5. But of course, it runs into dangerous territory eventually. Taking on g6 might be a nice option if that happens. So I'm not sure. What did black play?
Black played the surprising move knight f7 to g5.
That's okay, gotcha. So
Yeah.
pawn takes and
Pawn takes, and you play fg4 and hg4, bishop g4, and the attack. And black's attack is overwhelming. You cannot play rook h1 because then bishop f3 check will follow.
okay, yes, you're right.
And you lose the house, basically. So after knight g5, white did not take, but black won a fine attack. Also, everyone interested might look up this game.
Yeah, we have the game,
tournament
of course,
report.
in the Chess Space News article about this
Yeah.
video. It's below the video. I highly recommend to check that out.
Yeah, and also I think, I mean, you will find this game and this move soon everywhere, you know. It's just a surprising move.
Is
knight
that
g5.
so? So is it happening? Is he taking on g6?
On g6?
Yeah.
No,
Oh, quite,
after,
because he never played the pawn. Sorry. So
no. After knight g5,
yeah.
white played rook h1, and then black struck again with d4, opening the diagonals, and well,
Wow.
soon had a strong attack. And the most amazing thing is that everyone was impressed, and you know, Sagasha and Harshit Raja, who were commentating live after the game, they were interviewing Aravindh, and Aravindh said, well, you know, knight g5 was not so difficult to find because after knight g5, everything is more or less forced and pretty easy.
Yeah.
Well,
wow. Okay, if he says so.
Yeah.
So you've been also talking about Harshit Raja. I had a very recent interview with him.
Yeah, you made a long interview, a chess-based interview, which people can find on the Chess-based YouTube channel.
Yes, it was super much fun because Harshit is a super fun guy. Very, very nice, very polite, and yeah. And you were having some contact with him too, right?
I had contact with him, and for me, this was, you know, a positive surprise. I didn't know him as a grandmaster, I have to admit.
Mhm.
But I saw the interview with you, and I thought, oh, interesting life story. You know, had a good vibe, you know.
Yeah.
And we met a couple of times in the evening. But I was also surprised about his skills during live commentary. You know, Sagasha and Harshit, they were commentating together, and they had a good energy, a good chemistry. They were laughing all the time.
Yeah.
And they also came up with lots of interesting ideas. And for me, they almost always seem to be on the point. So I very much enjoyed this. And this was the first time that I saw Harshit commentating. I was pleasantly surprised.
I have to tell.
I would like to see more of him.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely. I think I watched their first stream on the first day, and Kaima was about to win. And then Harshit made the comment that, oh, now Kaima is making the Kaima stare, looking in, like, right? It's like the game is almost over, and Kaima is looking into the eyes of the opponents like, it's over.
That's over.
And Saga was responding with, then it's over.
then it's over. So they
Like
know
super
Keimer.
dry, then it's over.
They know Keimer.
Keimer stare, it's over. That was
Yeah.
fun. So,
Yeah, but and Aravindh, has good chances to win the tournament. I think this would, apart from the Chennai Open 2013, this was maybe the biggest success of his career.
yeah. And now he's, as you said, the 14th best player in the world, like on the live rating.
list,
So, I mean,
but
he's
he's a
also
bit.
playing in Biel, by the way, in the Biel
Oh,
Chess Festival. Yeah.
so more of
More of
Aravindh.
Aravindh, exactly. He's
Yeah,
been there a couple of times already, as I heard. So,
yeah. And he's 24 years old, or
yes.
25. 25. He was born 1999, I think. So he's 25, I think. Yeah.
Anything else which was happening in Prague from your side?
Well, there were lots of things going on, but I don't think we have to go into detail. Maybe we should finish again with a nice little puzzle for our viewers.
We do, but before that, we still have one little game, I think, between Averbach and Spassky.
Oh yeah, but this is the maybe you can show the position, the crucial one.
I will.
So talking about the move knight g5, this is again like, surprising knight moves.
Uh-huh.
And if knight g5 was surprising, the move played in this game is even more surprising.
Even more.
It's very, very, very hard to guess. This was from a game between Averbach and Spassky, played in 1956. And the Dutch author and international master and chess writer Tim Krabbe, he collected a list of the 100 most amazing and fantastic moves. It's published on his website. And this is the winner of this unofficial competition. So black in this position played a move that is really surprising. One can argue whether it's the most surprising move of all times, but Krabbe put it as, first place on his list.
All right. So in this case, it's probably not King h8. I would say it is knight takes d5 then.
One would think, but in any case, it's just like one has to realize that black's position is in shambles, White attacks on the king side, and it's very, very difficult to to parry this attack. And so Spassky, who unfortunately died recently,
yes,
decided that drastic measures were required.
So knight c6 is my last guess.
And that's the move Spassky played. He played knight c6, just putting the knight on a square where it could be taken.
That's crazy.
And the colleague of Spassky, Mark Taimanov, also one of the strongest players of the Soviet Union, he said he would just rather let his hand rot off than play such a move.
That's drastic. Wow. Yeah. Also, this game you can take a look at in the article to see how it continued.
But the thing is, White took the knight, and then he had an absolutely winning position, but Black got some counterplay, with the move d5, d6, d5, and playing on the b file, and it was basically a big swindle, But the move knight c6 is so surprising, and again, this shows that you should look for surprising moves even in positions that seem to be very, very bad and hopeless almost, And that's what Spassky did in this game, and this made the game so famous.
Nice. There's one last thing I forgot to mention this. Shall we quickly talk about the challengers, because of course they were left alone a little bit like that.
Oh yeah, the challengers. Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, so we have a clear favorite who's at the top, which is Nodiberg Yakuboyev, with 6.5 compared to the Masters. He gathered a couple of more points. But not only that, even Jonas Bulbiere has 6 points. That was my favorite pick to win the tournament. And your favorite pick is right after, but only has 5 points. That's Marc-Andrea Maurizi. Cannot win the tournament anymore. It is between Nodiberg Yakubiev and, of course, Jonas Bulbiere. Also they are playing right now. Now, the thing is also that Norberg Jakubiev is playing against Vaclav Finik, who is considered one of the weaker Czech players. Still, of course, a good one. But Jonas
Great
Burbiera,
talent.
absolutely, they're all great talents. I don't want to put them down at all with that rating. And also, Jonas Burbiera is playing against Joachim Nemec, another great talent from Czechia. So it's all about the Czech players. If they can make a surprise happen, get a draw, or even turn it around. But both have black too, so it's gonna be rough.
So, yeah, Jakuboev is the clear favorite to win the challenges, and I think he will pull it off. I think Aravindh and Jakuboev will win
It
the
might
Masters.
very
Yeah,
well be. So now, as you mentioned already earlier, let's end this episode with a nice little quiz, as we had it last time. It's again an anagram. And you have to talk about the details of why we chose that anagram. That is it. Heinz Little Swim. Now, for all of you who haven't played that much chess before or don't know the chess history, Heinz Little Swim is not a chess player, but we are looking for a legend.
yeah.
And this legend has a strong connection to Czechia, in brackets,
Well,
Prague.
well, more to Prague than to Czechia.
Yeah, that's true. Actually,
Yeah,
you're absolutely right. I'm wrong. This player has a big connection to Prague. Heinz Little Swim.
yeah.
Who is this player? I think the more often you say Heinz Little Swim, Heinz Little Swim, Heinz Little Swim, I think you can almost hear the name out of the repetition of this word. Shall
Yeah.
we reveal it?
Yeah, actually, this is a true legend, and this is the first official world champion in the history of chess. It's Wilhelm Steinitz,
There
who
he is.
was born in Prague in the Jewish ghetto
Did
at
you
that
know
time.
that? I did not.
And at that time, Prague was part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and the Jewish ghetto still existed. But then, when he, as a junior, Steinitz left Prague, apparently, according to the Austrian chess historian Michael Ehn, he he had severe troubles with his family, his father. You know, the mother of Steinitz died. Then Steinitz's father remarried, and Steinitz apparently had problems with stepmother and father, and he left for Vienna
Hmm.
to study. But then in Vienna, he basically spent most of his time in the chess cafes of Vienna, and then he became one of the strongest players in the world, and then went to England, and then from England to the US, where he died in New York. But he was born in Prague,
Yeah.
and so maybe he is the strongest player from Prague so far. Let's see who will come. Who of the Czech talents will be able to surpass him?
So, everybody, have a good time. Stay safe.
And follow the last round of the Prague Chess Festival.
It's over by now. I'm sorry, Johannes. Yeah.
It's over by
Let's
now.
not fool ourselves.
Then maybe you have followed it and know that, we got it all wrong.
Yes, maybe.
We
Surprise
got it all
winner.
wrong.
3 disqualifications or something. Until
Exactly.
then, bye bye.
Until then, bye bye.